Hey there, this is Farmer's Thoughts for Friday. Lots of fun in the old town today. It's cloudy, it's nasty, it's what it is. But my thoughts today, I was talking to a fella yesterday, and it just got me to thinking. What is wrong with our society? Something's gone haywire. And I'm not talking haywire like just a little bit wrong. I'm talking like when you're baling hay, and that machine just decides to go totally on the fritz, and your bales just explode when they come out of the machine. That's haywire. And our society's gone long past haywire. You know, you got these folks that they throw in jail, and they do time for whatever they did. They get done with their jail sentence, they finish their parole, probation, pay all their fines, and they're still penalized. Now, I'm not sure I understand this. If you do something wrong, and you do time for it, some of them don't even do something wrong, it's just the system's so broken, they can't get an attorney. They can't find somebody to help them. But you do the time for it, ought you not to be, pardon me, I got a big old truck going up the hill here, and that thinks he's going to max out 60 on a big old steep hill with a full load. Brilliant fella. That's the third truck today that I seen do something stupid. And now he doesn't understand what a merge sign is. I think there's something going on in the semi world, because this fella don't understand what a merge sign is, and he's trying to merge, but now he's trying to merge onto the shoulder. That's okay, there's a hawk flying right over top of him. Okay, so back to the little thing about felons and all this good stuff. So you do the time, and you paid your debt to society by the system's recollection, but yet they won't let you vote. They penalize you when you go try to find a job. They give you all kinds of havoc. They give you havoc where you live sometimes. They give you havoc as far as owning firearms. And I'm pretty certain that the Bill of Rights says these rights shall not be infringed. And I have yet to figure out how they can pass a law that says you can't, but yet they didn't change the Constitution. They didn't change the Bill of Rights. I just don't understand that. And I think they're going to apply it to other rights because they already got away with it with several ones in this type of recollection, this type of situation. So, that being said, isn't it fair that if they do their time and pay their debt to society, ought they not to be considered equal? Why are we penalizing people for life? I don't get it. Why are we taking people, putting a sticker on them? It's no different than putting the cross of David on the Jews in Germany in a lot of ways, because we're taking these people and we're taking away their ability to function. If you can't get a job, you can't get a place to live, you can't vote, you can't hunt, what the world are you supposed to do? Couch potato or turn back to crime? I'd say they're creating their own mess. You might not agree with what I got to say, but that's okay. I'm not here to have everybody agree with me. That's Night Dog's job. She's supposed to agree with me all the time, even though she doesn't. But it's something to think about, because we're not providing the resources to allow these people to be functioning members of society, because we're penalizing them sometimes for stuff that happened 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 40 years ago. Frankly, if you stole a pack of cigarettes 40 years ago and drove without a license and got popped for it and went to jail, and it was your third time going to jail and you got nailed with a habitual and you spent who knows how many, 10 years in jail, prison, and then you got out and you spent the last 20 years trying to figure out how to exist, and you're barely above poverty because the system's fried. It's cooked. It's done. You know? It just doesn't make sense at all. And I think you folks will find it very interesting. I was told by somebody that I was talking to about this kind of stuff that the federal office that restores felons' rights has pretty much been disbanded. So now the only way a felon can obtain their rights back, whether it be voting or firearms or whatever is if they get exonerated a presidential pardon. Now that's about asking Congress to get something done. And Congress is a bunch of baboons. If you looked at them folks that work in D.C., they meet the definition of Congress all day long. They're a bunch of baboons the way they do things. Illogical, dumb, packing bills with all kinds of garbage. It's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. The whole system's broke. So, give it some thought. This is Farmer's Thoughts. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Take care.